All right, we have one more audaciously amazing speaker for you this evening. I am pleased to announce, let's get the applause going. Rhodie Lorenz. We're going to be sharing how you have the audacity to trust yourself.
All right.
I have a cherry tree that sits outside of my bedroom window, and it has weathered the harshest New England winters, and without fail, it blooms these gorgeous cherry blossom flowers each and every spring. This tree, like all trees, has two types of growth. The underground growth, where it builds its root system, the work that nobody sees but is foundational, and the upward growth that reaches towards the sky and bears fruit and blooms flowers. This tree has become a symbol and teacher for me in what it means to audaciously trust myself over and over. 13 years ago, I opened Joyride Cycling Studio with my business partner, Amy Hockhauser. Amy and I were introduced. She came from a legal background. I came from a fitness background. We met, realized that we had a shared vision, complementary skill sets, and within a few short months, we are standing in the location of our first studio in Westport. Under construction, there's sawdust flying all over the place, there's loud banging noises, and I look over at Amy, and she's smiling, and she's taking it all in. And I can infer that she's feeling excitement and pride about this next chapter. We had a vision, and now it's coming to fruition. I, on the other hand, am having the complete opposite experience. I feel like I'm on the precipice of a panic attack. I have a wave of self-doubt. I have this voice that's loud in my head telling me that I have no business being here. I've never opened a business. I should backpedal and find the nearest exit. So I realize that I have to share this newfound insight with my partner, and I reluctantly turn to Amy and I say, Amy, I am so sorry. I've changed my mind. I actually can't do this, and I wish you the best of luck. And Amy puts her hands on my shoulders and she looks me in the eye. She leans in and she says, Rhodie, I don't care what you have to do. Get on meds, go talk to somebody, but we're opening in a few short months, and you will be getting on that bike and teaching those classes. And in that moment of crisis, I realized that like the tree that stands outside of my window, I needed to check my root system. I needed to remind myself of the thousands of classes that I taught, of the training manuals that I'd written, but perhaps most importantly, needed to remind myself of being a rider in the darkness, transformative moments where Shaka Khan was blaring and the group energy around me was motivating me to push past the resistance and get to the top of that hill. And then once I got there, that feeling of empowerment, both mentally and physically, that I could conquer whatever I set my mind to. And I wanted more than anything for riders to come to my studio, have that experience, walk out the door, to live a bigger and bolder life. And if we are going to be serious about trusting ourselves, then we have to cultivate our roots and we have to expect the storms. Within a year of opening in Westport, SoulCycle opened in Westport. And then Peloton came on the scene. And we were just a local mom and mom shop. And then we had a global pandemic and so on. And with each of these storms, I once again felt like I was on the precipice of a panic attack, a wave of self-doubt, a voice telling me that I had no business being here. But rather than listen to that voice, I learned to dig my roots deeper. I reminded myself of the growth that had brought me to this moment, that I had weathered storms in the past, and that I would weather them again. And the beauty of when we trust ourselves is that when we do, it bears fruit. And bearing fruit can be a scary and vulnerable place to be. We step onto a larger stage, we offer what's in our hearts, and we risk nobody showing up, a bad review, judgment. But we also open ourselves up to the possibility that what we offer resonates, that it matters to somebody, that it brings them joy or it lightens their load. And then we get to bear more fruits. And to date, for the 11 years that Joyride was open, it is hands down the best community and team that I have ever been a part of. And if I had found the exit door in that sawdusty studio, I would have missed it all. Instead, I learned to dig my roots, and that became a portal for opening not one, but 7 Joyrides, and for launching my next business, coaching women in business, and growing and stretching and learning and building confidence in myself. And each of you is sitting on an intricate and well-developed root system as well. You have weathered many storms, and you are ready for the next big thing, whether that is launching a website, signing a contract, expanding your vision or your business plan. The world needs the fruits that you have to bear. And just like the tree that sits outside of my window, I have learned to trust myself, and it has made all the difference. And in the legendary words of Sir Elton John, I'm still standing, and if you trust yours, you will be too.
Woo!